offense.
Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Scarlet Knights will put total leather and we'll get started. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. Quick strike complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. They stripped it out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Keeps it going. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
2nd and 10 here. Trying play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Butler. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Fast motion from the offense. On the ground, it's Washington. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 45. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The give from the gun. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws to the back. With the catch, it's Vaughn. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, he has to throw for it. They're working that left side. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
Utah 10, Rutgers 7.
They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Utah 10.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Here's the handoff. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rutgers. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they pay off the drive, covering just 22 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Trying to get to it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
And the Utes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws for the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
That's reeled in. It's Vaughn. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He'll try to do it himself. Got room at the 35. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Calls his own number. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 12. Set your hands on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Leaves it with the back. At midfield, he's got room. Powers through. Another broken tackle. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue.
Just steamrolling the defense. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch, called for and made. Returns ready to go back on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Can't hang on. He muffs it. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Rutgers 28, Utah 17.
And the Utes will boot it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rutgers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying the defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
To the wideout. No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
And the ball is picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And the stomping has commenced. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive fact.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Man, it's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Wide out in motion. They've been running it, but now the pass. Throws to the wide out. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute. I got to get me 1 too.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the pummeling has started.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last part. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Now they'll run it to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Right back to it. Great move there. He's loose down the middle. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Utes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a play to finish it, an 87-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, and they back it up here.
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
He's looking for a man on second down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This is
touchdown, Scarlet Knights! And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
56, Utah, 25.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll try it over the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1. Brings up 3rd down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Utes send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Get set, get set.
On second down, wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack.